A very aggressive but easy to play opening is the Ponziani opening. And this opening starts with e4 and then goes with e5, the most popular response. And then we will go and develop our knight on f3 and attack the pawn on e5. Most likely, they will defend it with the knight on c6. Now, in the Ponziani, we're not gonna go knight to c3, but instead pawn to c3, supporting the center with this pawn on c3. First of all, let's talk about bishop to c5. What if our opponent goes there? This is the second most popular move, so let's discuss it. That move is a blunder to the position because we are gonna go pawn to d4. That attacks the bishop. They have to cut. We take back. We attack their bishop. We have this very big center, and they will most likely go bishop to b4, checking us the king on e1, and we will go knight to c3, blocking the check while also developing. Now they most likely will go knight to f6, and after that we will go pawn to d5. 400 people from November 2024 to 2025 of January goes here. Knight to e7. We are most likely gonna go and develop our bishop on d3, supporting a pawn again on e4 while also having development. Now, as you can see, the opponent's position is completely wrecked, and the knight is not very much helpful here, and this knight is just standing around doing nothing because of the fact that it controls so less squares, while us having a very big fat center while also having our piece developed ready to get castle or king to safety. If they go pawn to d6, try to develop the bishop, and most likely all people do, this is a very big blunder because when we go queen to a4, this is a check and a fork to the bishop. They have to cover up with the bishop, and we take the bishop, attacking this pawn right away. And more likely, we will win with a material advantage. Now, let's look at some other lines. Instead of bishop to c5, what if the most popular move, knight to f6 happens? Now, this is the most popular move because for one, it is very advantageous. Unlike a while ago, the bishop can get attacked with a pawn to d4. And this time, the knight here on f6 can fight back. But the thing is that when we go here, we offer two free pawns. Now, if first they take the first pawn on e4, we will go pawn d5, attacking the knight. Most likely they will go here, trying to still have their knight not very grim, while also having their knight very active. Knight takes e5 not only takes back the pawn, but it annoys the opponent in a way psychologically. Because honestly, most opponents here will go here to kick out this very annoying knight. Also having to open up the white bishop on c8. The key move is bishop to b5. Why is it bishop to b5? Because we check the king. Now, if they cover up with the bishop first, we will take back. This is made if they don't take back with the queen because it's trapped. So, if they take back, we win a free queen. What if they don't do that, but instead they go and block with a pawn instead of the bishop? That is a very big, huge mistake because it's first, when they take back our knight, this here is check. Taking the pawn and also attacking the rook. Now, the key move here is that if they go here, we will take up with the queen on d7 first, and if they take back, they would take the knight on c6, and then we would take with the bishop. That's a fork. That's literally a fork. To the rook, to the knight, and a king. That is one of the most disgusting tactics I've seen so far. Because of the fact, you're literally triple forking the knight and the rook. So they might cover with this. The problem with that is, what do you take? The rook or the knight? The knight. Because of the fact, if you take with the rook, you're gonna trade your bishop. And so that's plus 3 points for you. But if you take the knight for free, then you get plus 4 points. Plus 1 point. So you just can take the knight and have more material and still win the game. You get the most advantage plus 3 points according to the computer. But what about the other lines? What about if they go queen here? A mischievous move to literally checkmate us to get distracted. So the first move we'll do is first to take the pawn with a pawn on b7. And that is a check. So folks, they cannot checkmate us because that is a check. They must move their king, right? Or cover their king. But there's another option. What if they take our bishop? Well, that's easy, bro. Because when they take our bishop, well, then we'll just queen. And there's no checkmate at all. What the heck is this queen looking at? What if they don't do that? And instead move the king? Trying to get the checkmate what they deserve. But there's another trap for them. We go knight to f7. And that is a check and a fork to the rook on h8. And that is a clean fork. right there. So if they move their king, we could maybe even take the rook. No, we cannot, because this is still mate. And here is the mischievous line. Pawn 6, A8, and we promote not into a queen, but a knight. We fork the queen and the king together. Because if we promote into a queen, that's mate in 1 for you. So I'm not gonna let you guys do that. So instead of promoting it like queen, we're gonna go promote into a knight, and that's a fork. So if they move their king now, we'll take this, and this still attack, so they must move this, and they cannot take this. And so folks, we just won so much material, plus 19 points. That is too much. You will literally win 100% time after this line. And so, what happens if they go pawn to d5 instead, attacking our pawn on e4? It's a different approach. We'll go here, try to pressure the knight over here, pinning the knight. They cannot move their knight because of the fact that their king will be taken, and that's illegal. So folks, what if they go and take our pawn on e4? We cannot take their knight because of course a knight for a queen is unfair. And so if they take this, we'll just go over here, take the pawn on e5. The same lines with earlier, but this time without not us taking the pawn over here on this side of the board. Instead, we take the pawn on e5 with the knight. So folks, if they go bishop to d5, reinforcing their knight because it is being attacked by 2 pieces now, well then we'll take the bishop, and then if they take our bishop, we'll just take the pawn and we get a free pawn and a check, and also their bishop is getting pinned. And of course, after these lines, we'll just play normal chess. We actually have the advantage according to the computer here. As you can see, it's plus 1 point advantage according to the computer here. So there's a chance of you winning here, the most advantage of you winning here, and yeah, you are winning here. But just don't blunder the other sequence of the game, okay? So folks, a winning line. Let's go on to the other lines, see what happens. So folks, we'll go back to this line because I forgot one more line over here, and there is this line. If they take our knight instead, well then, they are losing to the advantage because after this, that's a check. They will attack. If they go here, well then that's mate in 2 because after pawn takes c8, promoting into a queen, our bishop is pinning their queen. And so, they cannot do anything. The best move for them is to take the queen over here with the knight. But now it's mate in 1 because of this. They might go here being smart, going to go bishop to d7. Well folks, we're gonna take with a bishop, and so if that happens, we check them. They got no choice instead to take the bishop with the queen, and so after that, we'll queen. So they might cover it first with the knight on c8, and so we'll trade their queen first, and if they go here, now they got an exposed king, we got plus 12 points, plus we got a promoted pawn into a queen at the end of the board. What the heck? That it is literally on, and it's literally just on move 12. And that is literally how you win with a Ponziani opening with those lines. Which is over here. What if they go back instead of going here? Well then we'll just do the same thing. If they go here, develop their knight, well then we'll go here and attack their knight. Well of course, but what if they go here? Try to attack this, while also having this. Oh, but it's protected. But yeah, you get the point. If I go here, you cannot go here. Because of, if we go here, we cannot go here. Because of the fact that it's protected. Why would you trade a knight for a pawn? And so they would go here. And we'll just literally, from then on, try to break their center of the board. And yeah, we're just winning after that. We got plus 1.7 points. Oh yeah, okay. So what if they go here? This weird line, f6. Well then folks, we'll go bishop to b5, challenging their knight more. And if they protect it with another knight, well then just take the pawn on d5. If they take it with a queen, not trying to undefend their knight with another knight, then we will just go pawn to d4, trying to counter-attack their pawn on e5. And so after that, folks, we'll just play normal chess. We just got the advantage. We have the most dangerous lines over here, folks. We're just winning. So, folks, there's no doubt you can play this opening. I suggest you really try it because there are a lot of destruction with this opening. And you might win a lot of times with pawn expansion after these lines because this is literally the second most popular opening. I mean, why wouldn't they play it? It's a very natural move and then they boom. They just get wrecked by the pawn on d4. So, folks, I suggest you try it. If it doesn't work, I suggest you go on Deep Theory, see on the computer what's happening, and maybe you can see mate even there, even more traps. If you do, can you just please comment me down below what are the traps, and I might do a video on it, on a deep calculation analysis. So folks, see you guys in the next video. Peace out. I hope you guys liked the video, and if you did, please like the video. Please subscribe to motivate me to make more videos like this. Peace out. And also, I would recommend you to try out my new videos, my other videos on chess, And you will see there's so much more openings that you can try like this on winning more chess games. So folks, I dare you to try that out, those videos, check it out. So folks, see you guys in the next video. I think that's it. Peace out.